Hello. It's a sunny Saturday in my beloved Dundee. And let me see, I think it's 3:35 p.m. Which I've noticed it seems to be around the time that I normally do these videos. At any rate, it's sunny, warm, I'm happy, nothing is aching, which is always a blessing. And I'm in the kitchen cooking, which I don't like it as much as I used to. That's the wrong one. I used to love to cook, but I'm not that fond of it anymore, so I'm cooking today though because I really have a craving for beef casserole. And I make a killer beef casserole. And even though it's sunny and relatively warm, when the wind blows right now, because it's only April 5th day in the spring, when the wind blows, it's cold. So I want something that's gonna stick to my ribs. Okay, so let me just rinse these. So how is everybody doing this Saturday? Especially my stateside friends. I was watching some videos from America with my friend John earlier, and we were specifically watching the videos about what's going on with today being April 5, the April 5th protest, and we were both having a laugh because a lot of the videos we watched involving people of color, they were all singing this song that said, black people, sit your ass down, stay home. So I hope they did. Anyway, after that, we spent a good hour watching movie trailers. There's a lot of good stuff coming out between now and June, so I've made my list of films that I want to see, and my friend Ash and I will be back at the cinema in 3 weeks to see Sinners with Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. Love me some Delroy. So that's about it. It's been a quiet Saturday, thankfully, despite the people who live upstairs. And it's really not their fault. I'm sure they try to be quiet, but since the new owners of the flat above me decided to take up the carpeting, which my friend David had when he lived there, and I think David must have been there for 10 years of the 15 I lived here. But he had carpeting, and I never heard him. But when he moved, the new people, they ripped all the carpeting up, and they put in hardwood flooring. So I hear everything. And it wouldn't be so bad if they would, bother to take their freaking shoes off. But it is what it is, and I compensate for it by turning the volume up on my TV or my stereo if that's what I'm doing, and then they get it. Oops, too loud, and they stop. So, okay, so I have what? That's the leeks, that's the carrots. I can't decide if I want to cut the potatoes in half. They're baby potatoes, so they're small anyway. Or if I just want to rinse them and leave them whole. That's it. I don't have much planned for the rest of the day. I'm going to cook, put this on. I'll put it in the Ninja because it won't take that long. You know what? Some of them are bigger than the others, so some I'll cut in half and some I'll leave whole. Once I rinse them. I hope to finish watching this series on Prime. It's an Indian series called Mirzapur, and it takes place in Mirzapur, India, which Mirzapur is a part of Uttar Pradesh. But there are also, other provinces or whatever you call them where they take part in. So I'm one episode away from finishing season 2. And it's good, actually. It's about a middle class Indian family. The father is a lawyer, and there's 2 sons and a daughter, and the father is a serious law and order guy, and he takes this case that people in higher government don't want him to take, so his family is threatened. And this pisses his sons off. And they decide to go totally over to the other side of the law and become gangsters. And in the process of doing this, they get rich and stuff. And everything is going good. The mother, is happy with it. The father, obviously, is not. But, everything is basically going good. The family just goes on and on until the youngest son is killed. So, anyway, it's good. I'm waiting to finish it. And hopefully I'll finish it in the next week. Okay, so you see that's potatoes. Hang on, I need to turn the, wait. Hang on. I just want to, hang on. I need to adjust the temperature. Okay, and the last thing I need to cut up before I put the gravy and everything in there is, okay, carrots are cut, potatoes are cut, leeks are cut. Well, potatoes aren't cut. There's 3 left. I don't think I need the other 3 though. I think that's enough potatoes. I always cut onions last. I love onions, but I hate chopping them. For obvious reasons. So what's everybody doing today? Watching TV? Going shopping? Doing Walmart or Target or something like that? Walk your dog, get out in your garden, or hopefully you're not in an area that's affected by really horrendous weather. Touch wood. Our weather's been good. It's been so good, the weatherman over here has been on the air telling people, Yeah, we know it's good and it's sunny, but it's still too early to put your bedding plants in the garden. So you can do the tidy up, but don't plant it. Which is something I need to hear every year. Because every year I plant stuff too early. The spring comes and I get all excited. So every year I put my bedding plants in and put my planters out and get all excited, and then a second frost hits and everything is killed. So this year, not only am I going to wait until the end of April, I'm going to pay somebody to do this shit. Or, not all of it, but if I can find somebody to help me do it and pay them, because I need to make an OAP-friendly garden this year. I want to raise everything up to about waist height. So, and you can get waist-high planters. So, and luckily, I can buy British with them. I won't have to buy them off of Amazon. I can just get them from B&Q. I'm buying British or European these days. I found out something shocking today too. Shocking to me. I've always loved, from its inception, rap music and hip hop and stuff. One of my biggest icons was always Snoop Dogg, whom I've seen live twice. I found out today that he actually performed at a certain person's inauguration. I didn't believe it. I thought it was, one of those internet hoaxes. So I Googled and looked, and the person who told me this was not lying. So, all my Snoop Dogg CDs have gone into the bin. I ain't even bothered with donating to charity. They went into the bin. Okay, I don't think that's enough money. I like money. Even though I've hoarded them. Okay, there goes the Ninja. Let's see if my diced beef cubes are brown enough. Hang on a second, because I don't like to leave stuff off. You guys know I have a process and a system for everything, so just give me a second while I put this stuff back in the fridge. Okay. Okie dokie, so there, I'm back. Let's see. Not quite. No, so I'll just do that for maybe another 2 minutes. Put it on time. Two. Okay, there. So it shouldn't take that long. Right, so while I'm waiting on that to count down, I'll just sit here. I slept. Yesterday was Friday. On Thursday, you're not going to believe this, I never do this. I've actually not done this since I was a teenager living at home with my parents. On Thursday, I slept until 12:15 p.m. I was shocked. Obviously, my body felt like it needed it. And it's weird, I used to sleep like that as a kid throughout my teenage years, and my mother would be like, "This ain't no hotel, get up, get up." And since then, it's been proven that, teenagers do. That's a major growth spurt, you do need to sleep to that extent. So by the time it came out, in the medical sense publicly, I was long grown. But that explains everything. Anyway, I did that on Thursday, and it felt good. And it was weird, because having slept that late, you'd think I would be up late, but I wasn't. By 8 o'clock, I was in bed, and by 8:30, I was asleep, so. And today, I'm just, feeling good. I'm enjoying the sunshine and everything, and the order that surrounds me, the immediate order. Order is important to me. The world is so chaotic. I need my space as much as I can to be orderly. It beeped again. Hang on, let's see. There we go. That's what I wanted it to do. Okay. Perfect. So, I will now decide what kind of gravy I want. Do I want regular brown gravy, or do I want onion gravy, or I want beef and onion gravy? So I will make my gravy as soon as I get my, where is it? Okay, there, I'll do that real quick. Okay, so oh wait, no, there's not enough. I need to put some water in the kettle. My dreams have been, really intense and vivid lately, too, when I go to sleep. I've always dreamed vividly. I think one of the reasons why I've always liked sleeping is because of the way I dream. I've had some seriously wild, off-the-hook dreams. Last night, I dreamt I was at a party. And I was at a party with a former colleague of mine from Dundee Uni. I won't name her, it'll embarrass her. But it's a colleague that I really, really have a high regard for. We were at a party in this house, and the house was in Euclid Heights, Cleveland. And it must have been a costume party. It wasn't Halloween, there were no monsters, but it was some kind of costume party, and we were all dressed up. And the music was playing, and there was this wonderful buffet with food, and we're eating and mingling and chatting, and I'm dancing. My friend was not. But we both kept hearing a baby cry. Nobody else seemed to hear this baby cry. And so we found it, the baby. And I hid it up under my coat, and I'm like, we need to get out of here, with this baby. So we left the party, and we're walking down snowy streets, Euclid Heights, and I'm holding this baby, and under my coat I can hear the baby is pooping, and I open it, and there's poop running all down my clothes. And my friend is like, where's the car? Where did we park the car? And we finally find the car, and we get in the car, and then this other car pulls out of the driveway and slams into us. And then I woke up. Weird, eh? Only me. Okay, I need my fork. Only me. I have no idea what that dream meant. I wish it did, though. I wish I did, though, actually. I took this class when I was at college years ago called The Psychology of Dreams. And it was an elective. And it was just fascinating. I wish I had kept the textbook because I'd love to know what that dream meant. Okay? Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm not like my mom. I'm not doing scratch gravy. Can it be ours? So, okay. Oh my God, though, that smells astonishing. Needs to be thicker. A bit thicker. Okay. So just make it a little thicker. There we go. Okay. I love my Ninja. I know I say that frequently, but I do. I really love it. It's one of the best Christmas presents I've ever received. John got it for me. I love this thing. It's so efficient. And no, they're not sponsoring this video or anything to have me say something like that. I've not reached the sponsorship point. And in all truth, I'm not trying to. I'm just doing this, like I said, for fun. Okay, so there is that. And now I will take all of this. Look at all my chopped veg. Ooh. And I'll dump that in there. Okay. And I will pour the gravy in it and over it. And give it a nice stir. Oh my God. Oh, this smells astonishing. And it's not even cooked yet. Wow. Okay. I think I need a wee bit more gravy. So, I'm going to make a wee bit more gravy. Okay. Okay, luckily it didn't take too long because it was already hot. Okay. Can you hear my music in the background? That's DJ Kangta live from Tokyo. Okay. Right. That's the rest of it. And I'm not going to be lazy. I'm not going to leave the dishes until tomorrow. I'm going to actually wash them up. The nice thing about the Ninja, particularly with the bacon roast function, is that you can make these big one-pot meals, and that's just brilliant. So, this should last me until Monday. There we go. That's what I needed. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so. Okay, and then I'll put my secret weapon in, which comes to me every year, every Christmas, courtesy of my bestie, Sharon. One of my besties, because I actually have two. I'm blessed like that. So, my secret ingredient, Lowry seasoned salt. Just a wee bit. Okay. Right, and now, let's see. I'll bake it. Okay, bake. I'll bake it at, okay. There, and that's it baking. Okay, so, right, I'll be a good girl and tidy everything up. Usually, since I've retired, I do dishes once a day. I do them in the morning when I awaken, so after I have my lunch and my dinner, I just leave everything in the sink, and I do it once a day, because nobody sees it but me. I live alone, why bother? And the whole point to retirement, for me anyway, is relaxing, and that works well. But I sometimes vary it, because sometimes I don't want to get up and see dishes in the sink. So this is one of those times I'm like, okay, I'm going to be good, and I will do the dishes. Okay, I need to move that. And I need to put this back in the cabinet. Oh my God. You know what? You could smell it from the Ninja. I can smell this, even though I just put it in. Oh. At least I get to smell stuff, because at the risk of being repetitive, I no longer enjoy cooking as much as I used to. Anyway, thank you for keeping me company while I cooked. I hope you guys are happy, physically, mentally, and emotionally well, and remain safe for me, okay? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I love you all. Bye.